All right, guys, here with Charles with Howl for Wildlife, and just wanted to ask you kind of what Howl's about and what they do.
Yeah, so Howl for Wildlife is a 501c3. We work in multiple states, basically wherever there's an issue or one pops up. So for instance, last year in Colorado, there was Prop 127,
Yes,
which if passed would have banned mountain lion hunting. And we connected with mainly CRWM, Dan Gates, who really spearheaded that to help nationalize that issue.
Yeah.
So bringing people to the table, directing funds to the right organization who was really fighting that, which was CRWM, at the time. So I think at the core of what we do and our membership and our mission is we find issues that need attention and we bring a lot of people to it.
Awesome.
And if the state needs help, the way that we think is, we're all hunters. Like if you're in Ohio or Missouri or California or Colorado, and a lot of times we're non-resident hunters because we hunt, across the borders or whatever else, out of state. But we should all help each other. Because essentially, if we're talking about anti-hunters, they're after us all, right?
100%.
And they work in this state, this state, this state, this state. But we should do the same thing. Let's
100%.
get help from this state, this state, this state, this state, and help win those battles.
Yeah.
So I think at a simple level, understandable level, that's what we do. We do get involved in a lot of legislative bills and things like that where they might need attention as well. And this is kind of how we got our start. Was we developed technology that was a little ahead of it for what existed at the time in 2021 when we started this. We realized that the advocacy space and the routes and the mechanisms for you to reach out to legislators or commissioners or whatnot, the technology was a little behind the times. So we developed basically better tech to make that a heck of a lot easier for you to reach those people as well who are making decisions on wildlife
Awesome.
Issues.
Yeah, that's very cool. Awesome. So you deal with wolves in Colorado and all sorts of stuff like that. So that's awesome.
Yep. Yeah. Whatever it takes. Obviously, wolves are a big issue in Colorado. They're a big issue in California. I mean, they're a big issue all over the West, right?
Yep.
And there's a lot of strategy on how to go about that and how to not. I'm not anti-wolf for one. I love wolves. Wolves are cool, right?
Yeah.
But they need to be managed just like we manage white-tailed deer and mule deer and antelope and everything else. It's all part of the ecosystem. One thing affects the other and that affects the other, right? It's all kind of a big full circle. So we help navigate those issues and educate people on those issues because they can be very complex.
Yeah.
And hard to understand, and especially for people who aren't in this space, they've got full-time jobs and, bringing their kids to soccer and doing this and doing that, and it's hard to keep up with everything.
Yep.
So a big aspect of what we do is educate hunters, so then when they get involved, they're coming to that table with a set of tools and conversation really that can kind of better our mission as a whole, right? The biggest impact that we can all make, and this is really what Howl focuses on, but what we want to focus on even more, the majority of our focus. Okay, I'll see it. The majority of our focus is actually educating the non-hunting public.
Yeah.
Because that's where everything's won or lost, right?
Yep.
And
it's the non-hunters who win over.
Yep.
The anti-hunters who win over the non-hunters. So we have to.
And you saw that last year. Perfect example. Again, Prop 127. It was the public who voted on that.
Yep.
It wasn't a majority of hunters who came in and won that battle because we're not a majority.
No.
Right?
Not at all.
So we don't really want necessarily. We're not trying to recruit new hunters. We want to recruit new people who understand what hunting is, understand that it's a responsible management tool that actually is pro-wildlife, right?
100%.
And then when it comes to them voting or whatever it is, we can have more of those people on our side to support what it is we're doing because they see it as their decision would be pro-wildlife.
Yep.
And we're not out there trying to,
We're not.
make animals go extinct
Exactly.
or anything like that. We're not poachers.
In
Poaching
fact,
isn't hunting.
Yeah.
Right?
In fact, the wolf does the opposite. Instead of helping, it's taking them away. So
Certainly, when not managed, and specifically on this wolf thing, wolves have been reintroduced here, and they don't. It seems like the wolves don't want to be here.
I know.
So who is that good for?
Exactly.
I don't think it's good for the wolves because they're kind of going back through Wyoming and trying to get back home or whatever, and it's not good for them either.
No.
So it's a complex issues that the general public, understandably, just doesn't really know a whole bunch about. They're told what to think a lot of times by the anti-hunters, and we don't reach the general public to give our story. So sometimes the only story they hear is what they hear from the anti-hunters. And sometimes it can make sense if you don't know any better.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, why would we want to take wolves away if they're part of the ecosystem?
Yeah.
But the answer is we're here, and that makes a big difference.
Right. And wolves have a place. But this isn't 200 years ago. There's 6 million people in Colorado.
Exactly.
Right? And it's I think we're going to learn a lot in the next few years on what happens with those wolves and other reintroduction efforts. And in California right now, 2 counties have just declared a state of emergency because of the amount of wolves that are there.
Oh, wow.
And the depredation events that are kind of out of control. And there's no management plan.
Yep.
Right? So it's really not fair for anybody.
No. All right. Well, thank you for telling us what you're about.
Thank you, and it's awesome to meet you. I just met you,
Yeah.
so really nice to meet you, and I'm excited to just started following you on Instagram and excited to see what you got going on YouTube.
Awesome.
It's how old are you?
13.
Thank you.
Thank you very
For
much.
real. You're the future. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah.